Azure, day 16. The werewolf's key vault grew 3 sizes that day. Another day, another challenge, and, unfortunately for McSkitty, another intrusion in their Azure tenement. Before joining McSkitty in her investigation, there's some catching up to do. And this is a story best told in a rhyme. Okay, so that's why there's a long rhyme. It's a story. As Sakmas approached, so did the need to provide those without with something to read. Care for where tried, they made it their mission, a gift for all wares, a Sakmas tradition. McSkitty logged on and felt some confusion. An alert saying here, a detected intrusion. Inspection began as to what was at fault. It seemed access was gained to McSkitty's key vault. She checked and she checked, as she had to be sure, but it hadn't been long since adopting Azure. Troubleshooting ensued. Ideas had been tabled, which would have been great if logs were enabled. With 3 hours slept and no record kept, McSkitty then knew what she needed to do. It's true that on her this town does depend, but to find what was wrong she needed a friend. So, clearing her throat and preparing her pitch, she picked up her phone and called up the glitch. So, it's back to the glitch again. It was late, too late. McSkitty's eyelid felt as though they had jumped. They had. Where did I get jumped from? It was late, too late. McSkitty's eyelid felt as though they had dumbbells attached to them. The sun had long since waved goodbye to Werewolf, and the crisp night air was creeping in through the windows of McSkitty's eyes. If only there were a substance which could both warm and wake her up. Once McSkitty's brain cell had started functioning again, and remembered that coffee existed. Shaking her watch, she was saddened to learn that it was too late to get her coffee from her favorite Werewolf coffee house, Splunking Donuts. The vending machine downstairs would have to do. Sipping her coffee, McSkitty immediately lit up and charged back into her office, ready to crack the case. However, as she entered, the glitch had an idea of his own. He'd got it, and he'd figured out an attack vector the user had likely taken. McSkitty took a seat next to the glitch, and he began to walk it through. So, we'll get some help here from the glitch. Learning objectives. Learn about the SOAR, what it is and why it's used. Learn about the services, enter key vault, and Microsoft Enter ID. Learn how to interact with the Azure tenant using Azure Cloud Shell. Intro to Azure. So, before diving into the glitch's idea of the attacker's path, let's introduce some of the key concepts that will be covered in this process. We're going to start by introducing Azure. To do that, let's consider why McSkitty is using Azure in the first place. It all started when McSkitty's role as cybersecurity expert of Werewolf really started to take off. Before she knew it, McSkitty was in a very high demand and needed to create all kinds of resources to help her organize her duties. These included a web application to handle appointment making, multiple machines running for investigations, and more machines running for evidence storing and analysis. McSkitty hosted and managed all of these machines herself. That is on-premises. This initially wasn't a massive issue, because after all, she wasn't a corporation, but just helping the citizens of Werewolf with cybersecurity matters. However, as time went on, McSkitty ran into issues during peak times, when she would receive many requests for help, and therefore needed to process more evidence. All of this increased demand meant McSkitty had to scale up her resources to handle the load. To put a long story short, this was a lot of hassle for McSkitty. She wished there was a way for someone to handle her infrastructure on her behalf, especially when scaling her resources up during peak times and down when they resumed. That's when Azure came to the rescue, scaling workload. So, Azure is a CSP, cloud service provider, and CSPs, others include Google Cloud and AWS, provide computing resources such as computing power on demand in a highly scalable fashion. In other words, McSkitty could instead have Azure manage her underlying infrastructure, scaling it in times of increased demand and decreasing it once traffic resumed to normal level. Now I know why they used resume before. I was like, odd word choice. The best bit, McSkitty only has to pay for what she uses. Gone were the days of buying physical infrastructure to handle increased loads, only for that infrastructure to be unused the majority of the time. Azure and cloud adoption in general boasts money benefits beyond cost optimization. Azure also gave McSkitty access to lots of cloud services ranging from identity management to data ingestion. Quite frankly, there are more services than can be abbreviated in a sentence as at the time of writing there are over 200. These services can be used to build, deploy, and manage McSkitty's current infrastructure, as well as give her the options to upgrade or build new applications in the future, given the range of services available. A couple of Azure services will come up during the glitches attack path. Let's take a look at them now. Azure Key Vault is an Azure service that allows users to securely store and access secrets. These secrets can be anything from API keys, certificates, password, cryptographic keys, and more. Essentially, anything you want to keep safe, away from the eyes of others, and easily configure and restrict access to is what you want to store in an Azure Key Vault. Really anything you want to keep safe. Anyway, essentially anything you want to keep safe away from the eyes of others, and easily configure and restrict access to is what you want to store in an Azure Key Vault. The secrets are stored in vaults, which are created by vault owners. Vault owners have full access and control over the vault, including the ability to enable auditing so that a record is kept of who accessed the secret and grant permissions for other users to access the vault, known as vault consumers. McSkitty uses a service to store secrets related to evidence and has been entrusted to store some of Werewolftown's secrets here. Okay. So, Microsoft's Entra ID. McSkitty also needed a way to grant users access to their systems to be able to secure and organize their access easily. So, a Werewolftown member could easily access and update their secret. Microsoft Entra ID, formerly known as Azure Active Directory, is a source. Entra ID is an identity and access management IAM service. In short, it has the information needed to assess whether user application can access X resource. In the case of the Werewolftown members, they made an Entra ID account and McSkitty assigned appropriate permissions to this account. With that covered, let's see what glitch has come up with. Assumed breach scenario. Knowing that a potential breach has happened, McSkitty decided to conduct an assumed breach testing with their Azure tenant. The assumed breach scenario is a type of penetration testing setup in which an initial access or foothold is provided, mimicking a scenario in which an attacker has already established its access inside the internal network. In this setup, the mindset is to assess how far an attacker can go once they're inside your network, including all possible attack paths that could branch out from a defined starting point of intrusion, connecting to the environment. Before moving forward, review the questions in the connection card shown below. So there's no attack box, no VM, no split screen. It's a direct link. I am given credentials to connect directly to the cloud environment. So this is a new version here. I haven't seen this in any Advent of Cyber stuff. Or any rooms on Dragme. For this assumed breach testing of Werewolf's tenants, McSkitty will provide valid credentials. To get the credentials, click the cloud details below. And next, click the Join Lab button to generate your credentials. So let's click Cloud Details, Join Lab, and apparently we have 1 hour access here. And I guess we can click this, and this is not anything I can move or anything. I'm like, what about just copying this to the side?
I restarted Windows 11, fresh format.
Oh, so I'm going Windows 10 so far. So I'm just scrolling down on the other screen to the cloud details so that I can see that on the other screen. So do I have to click the Open Lab after that? View credentials. And to use the credentials, click the Open Lab button. This will open the Azure portal login page. So can we use recently generated credentials to authenticate to the portal? So let's do Open Lab. And we got a new page here. So actually, university account up there. Let's use this one. So, yeah. Let's see what they say. After logging in, you will account for MFI. Ask later. What did I have? No, it's in here. So did I use? Yeah, that's not the username. Yeah, it's the wrong name. That's just a lab ID. That's the lab ID. This is the username. There. And then we go next. And then we copy the password. I'm not even looking at it. So, and no one could log in with us except action required, ask later, right? You have 14 days. We have 1 hour time for this. Stay signed in. Let's see what they suggest, right? Nothing. So, well, let's do no, right? Because it'll keep it saved. In my Twin login is something else. So my phone reminds me that time passes. It's my kid's reminder, really, but I have shared it to him. Welcome to Microsoft. We're glad you're here. I guess we do get started. Or not. So yeah, they wanted us to cancel. So let's skip it. So let's make sure we didn't miss anything. Generate credentials. View them. Use them. After logging in, you will encounter an FA. Lastly, click the cancel button on the welcome. And the Azure portal may default to your local language, so you may follow these steps if you prefer to switch to English. I didn't even notice if it's not a language. No. Yeah, so I've got everything set to English mostly, so just if it looks at my locale or my keyboard settings, because that's Swedish. So I don't think we have to do that, but let's just read and check it anyway. So settings icon, top panel, language region where? Settings, language region, regional format. Well, it's okay. I don't care. So, we could apply if we needed to. And going back worked. So, God, I'm so good at scrolling here, right? Azure Cloud Shell. It's a browser-based command line interface that provides developers and IT professionals a convenient, powerful way to manage your server resources. It integrates both Bash and PowerShell environments, allowing users to execute scripts, manage Azure services, and run commands directly from the web browser without needing local installation. Cloud Shell has built-in tools and pre-configured environments, including Azure CLI, Azure PowerShell, and popular development tools, making it an efficient solution for cloud management and automation tasks. Azure CLI is a command line tool for managing and configuring Azure resources. The glitch relied heavily on this tool while reviewing the Werewolf tenant, so let's use the same one while walking through the Azure attack path. So I'm thinking we should have this actually up on the other screen, right? So there, we can hop between them. That was from the other room. So as mentioned above, as part of the built-in tools in Cloud Shell, go back to our portal and launch. Oh, there's a link too. And launch Azure Cloud Shell by clicking the terminal icon shown below. And my screen switching thingy is not on. There. Let's see. Yeah. So, we have a little shell thing here, right? So let's click it. Select Bash. Let's follow their instructions so we don't mess up the lab. Since we'll be executing Azure CLI commands, welcome to Azure Command Shell. Select Bash or PowerShell. You can change shells at any time via the environment selector in the Cloud Shell toolbar. The most recent used environment will be the default for your next session. To get started, select no storage account required and choose as subs LC for subscription. So so let's see. Where's the switch buttons? I don't have them yet. I need to do this first. Do I have to type here? No, it's over here. And I'm assuming apply. Requesting a cloud shell. Succeeded. Connecting terminal. And here I can switch to PowerShell, though it's grayed out. It's still connecting. That's why. There. So now we can actually switch if we want to. So that was really slow. Type AZ to use short CLI. Type help to learn about Cloud Shell. So let's look what they're doing first. At this point, we are ready to execute Azure CLI commands in the Azure Cloud Shell. And note that all the following commands are to be executed in the Azure Cloud Shell. So user number 8080 sign in user show. So let's do this, but let's also run the commands that they are suggesting here. So let's do help, right? Welcome to Azure Cloud Shell, a browser-based shell experience to manage Azure resources. Cloud Shell is installed with Azure CLI in addition to common developer tools and language support. Cloud Shell requires an attached Azure file share in order to persist the file changes in your home directory across sessions. Run Cloud Drive H to learn how to update your Azure file share. For more information, visit. And there's a page about it, I'm assuming. Enter AC help. Yeah, I was kind of expecting to do that after. Built-in help to see bash help. Built-in help bash command to see help, or bash command. So let's do AZ. Oh my. So let's look here meanwhile. I'm not gonna read all of this. Yes, it's starting to get late, 9. Well, not late really. It's not afternoon anymore, right? That wasn't a lot of information either, so now we got the information. Easy help. Account. This is interesting, right? So this text, all of it, I want to put in my notes, since I have not used this. It is a new thing, and it's not like I can just do this whenever, right? So we're going to put this in the notes. We'll see, by the way, which screen it opens on. My hard drive started. I had to open it on the right screen. So, oopsie. Don't want to show stuff. So, hard drive close. Let's make a cloud one. 32. I think we're on 32. So, new folder. Cloud. And it's 32. So, and in this, we'll make it a short one. It's a folder. And in this one, we'll make a new node called Cloud Shell. And in here, we paste this. And you can see like the start of this. It's kind of nice to have it here, and we can add stuff. So just quickly skimming here, we can just read this line I see here. So, advisor, front door, Kubernetes, media services, API management, configuration service, Red Hat, filters, backups, batch, can deliver networks, from the source account, CLI configuration, connection, containers, data lake stuff. Database, network, signal, I'm an AI robot. My task is based on our recommendation. That was fine. Okay, let's see the command that we are going to run is AD, meaning Microsoft Enter ID from Windows is Azure Active Directory. So the command is all AD, not ID. Or EID or something. So let's copy the command I copied before. I copied other stuff. So yeah, kind of thought so. It's really bash. Control V made the other characters. So shift Control V, and we have a normal paste. I kind of like that. It behaves as it's supposed to do. So let's see what is the sign-in user. So display name, and then we can see this name right here. And this is what we pasted in the username, right? AOC 2024. Oh, sorry. I should go and get some of McSkitty's coffee, right? Though I don't drink coffee. Which is the problem, right? Let's see. We just have to move instead. No, you don't need to authenticate using Easy Login as you have already authenticated in the Azure portal. You can confirm that the credential worked if the succeeding output renders the authenticated user details. Yeah, so I had a bit of funny stuff happen before when I was logged in. I think I was like making a new one, and well, it was a bit funny. Those university credentials you saw kept popping up. Going down there's a rabbit hole. When the glitch got hold of an initial account in Wearable Azure tenant, he had no idea what was inside it, so he decided to enumerate first existing user groups within the tenant. Enter ID enumeration. Using the current account, let's start by listing all the users in the tenant. Now, this command might take a while depending on the amount of user accounts available, so feel free to skip it. Yeah, I wanna do it. We can read on while it's running, so we don't have to. We don't have to like wait for it. So it wasn't that long. So it was quick, though there's a lot of information, right? So we have break glass, whiz, another user. So if we were doing this when there was like on the right day, if we had been on the right day, right, it might have been lots of people here, like 100,000 of them. So I think we have Wayland, user alphabet, user backupware, firmware, freeware. What was that? Mayor malware, Mixkitty, and Utani. Okay. The Azure CLI typically uses the following command syntax: AC group, subgroup, action, optional parameters. Given this, the command above can be broken into target group service AD, target subgroup user, users of this, and list them. Was the action to see available commands, you may do ECH, or well, just type help, right? That's what we did. After executing the command, you might have been overwhelmed with the number of accounts listed. For a better view, now let's follow Mixkitty's suggestion and only look for the account prepended with the user. According to her, these accounts are more interesting than the others. To do this, we will use the filter parameter and filter all accounts that start with. So we already read all those, but of course we need to run the command anyway, right? So let's click here. So we see them again. Mixkitty, Mayor malware, hardware, freeware, firmware, backupware, alphaware, Tony, Mixkitty. Wait a sec, they're double. Oh, I scrolled past this. I shouldn't have scrolled past that. So I was like, confusion. So, you may observe that an unusual parameter was set to a specific account in the output. I didn't actually. So let's check out them again. I just backup where? Oh, office location, recover secrets. Redacted. Yeah, I kind of thought so. That's a typical flag thingy, right? They're even pointing it out. So it might be smart in these to actually do this. Check the questions first. What is the group ID of secret recovery group? What's the name of wall secret? What's the contents of the secret stored in the vault? So I'm just taking the opportunity to drag this one into my THM. Why? I'm bad at dragging stuff. Today. Somewhere here. So, done that. So let's scroll back up. Here's the redacted one. When the glitch saw this one, he immediately thought it could be the first step taken by the intruder to gain further access inside the tenant. However, he decided to continue the initial reconnaissance of groups of users. Now let's continue by listing all groups. So let's list our groups. So we're going to just put some of the commands. Come on, there. So let's do help. Well, that's what I always use, and then we do like a few example commands now there. And let's put all the commands we used so far, because they kind of self-explanatory. And this is like the part of the last one, but still. There. Don't want to scroll too far. There. And we can continue when we get more stuff. So we still have these things written down for further exploration, right? Also, do we still have one of the normal expires in 33 minutes? So there's no like add time or anything on this one. So maybe I should actually kind of do it quickly, right? Which is a bit sad. Redacted for brevity, redacted for brevity. Redacted. Group list. So let's paste that and run it. And I think one of the questions was about a group, so I'm just hopping down. What's the group ID of the secret recovery group? Group list. Here is a secret recovery group. Group ID. So I guess this is the ID. So I'm just pasting the ID there. And let's go over here. Well, let's kind of check out what we get. We have a created time, a description, group for recovering secrets, rule enabled, nickname, membership rule process stage, lots of nulls here. Security identifier, which doesn't seem to have anything in common with the IP. Visibility private. So we need the name of the secret, the world of the secret, and I'm assuming we'll get these from continuing to check stuff out here. So given the previous output, it looks like everything makes a little sense now. All of the previous commands seem to point to the user backup where account. Since we've seen a potential set of credentials, let's jump to another user by clearing the current Azure CLE account session and logging in with a new account. Okay, so this is login as another account. There. So replace the values with the actual email and password for the newly discovered account. So let's actually hop over here and scroll up. I guess it's easier to do this, right? I'm looking for this password here. And let's tap our and actually use the password here, there, and the username. There. And let's copy this. And AZ account clear. We need to do that too. So AZ, no. Logout successful. Log in with AZ login. So please run AZ login. Authentication with username and password. The command line is strongly discouraged. Use one of the recommended authentication methods based on the requirements. For more details, go to Cloud Shells is authenticated in the initial account, signed in with one Cloud Shell error validity credential due to invalid username and password. Timestamp. So it was not the right information. So let's try again. Let's see what I missed. So I might have taken, yeah, I took this one instead of this one because it was closer. So that's not very smart, right? So let's do this again and actually type the right thing or paste the right thing there. So of course it didn't work because it was that's good. I like that it is, you know, I should like to make errors on purpose really, because that's when you see how stuff is. So this is the wrong one. Let's actually put the right one in the notes. We see the origin of the notes there too. So so I'm really hoping that I won't have to re-log in. Maybe I should read quickly. Authentication strongly discouraged. Yeah. And then we get name, and let's see, the prompt is still the same. So we didn't get any errors or anything. And it says name backup wearer, user, tenant display name, and default domain. Let's read the stuff. Azure role assignments. Since the backupper account belongs to an interesting group, the glitch's first hunch is to see whether sensitive or privileged roles are assigned to the group. And his thought was, it doesn't make sense that to name it like this if it can't do anything, right, Skitty? But before checking the assigned roles, let's have a quick run-through of Azure role assignments. They define the resources that each user or group can access. When a new user is created via Enter ID, it cannot access any resource by default due to lack of a role. To grant access, an administrator must assign a role to let users view or manage specific resource. The privilege level configure role ranges from read-only to full control. Additionally, group members can inherit a role when assigned to a group. Returning to the ensure enumeration. Let's see if a role is assigned to the secret recovery group. We will be using the --all option to list all roles within Azure subscription, and we'll be using the --assignee option with the group's ID to render only the ones related to our target group. So we will see two lists. Okay. No. So all roles, but only for us. Let's copy the command and read the full thing. That's the best thing to do. So it sounded for a bit there like they meant us to do two things. Role assignment list. Assignee. My god, I'm just trying to get rid of the white stuff. Replies with secret recovery group ID. So we have this ID in our answers, so I think that's the quickest way to get it instead of scrolling up through the data again. So I just copied it and let's just paste it there. So now I want to play around with the all and not the all. There. Condition, no, created by. So here we have the name of the group. It's a group. Role definition ID. Key vault reader. So, and the other one, key vault secrets user. So there are two things here. So what if we do the same without the all? We get nothing. Okay, so we need to tell it more there what to do. Let's actually, while we have it up, right, just paste it here too. So I don't like when I have to scroll back and forth. I'm like, where on earth was it? Not there. We were after this bit about this role assignments. Here. And it just looked funny because I had scrolled to the side. And we want this, and we want this in here. But maybe we should keep this in there, actually. So let's actually undo. And then paste this. No, that was the last thing I did. Alright. Because I copied it from below. There. For it is for group with that group ID. Group ID. So you may retrieve the group ID from the command executed previously. The output seems slightly overwhelming, so let's break it down. It was just two things. First, it can be seen that there are two entries in the output, which means two roles are assigned to the group. Based on the role definition name files, Vault key vault reader and key vault secrets reader user. Both entries have the same scope value pointed to the Microsoft Key Vault resource, specifically on the Where Will Secrets Vault. Here's the definition of roles based on the Microsoft documentation. Read metadata of keys, key vaults, and its certificates, keys, and secrets. Allows you to read metadata of keys, key vaults, and its certificates, keys, and secrets. Cannot read sensitive values or secret contents of key material. This allows you to read the contents of keys. So this is just metadata. This is actual secrets. Read secret contents only works for key vaults that use a server role-based access control permission model. So, after seeing both of these rules, Mosquito immediately realized everything. This configuration allowed the attacker to access the sensitive data they were protecting. Now that she knew this, she asked the glitch to confirm her assumption. Sir Key Vault. With Mosquito's guidance, the glitch is now tasked to verify the current account where can access the sensitive data. Let's list the accessible key vaults by executing the command below. So first we put it here. That was a bad tab. So list accessible key vaults. So I fix spelling when I have more time. Well, it will already have that, so let's just paste it. And when we paste it over here, it will look different. So just paste text. ID, subscriptions, resources, key vaults, where will secrets, location, East US, name, where will secrets, resource group. So, try me. So, the output table confirms the key vault discovered from the role assignment named where will secrets. Now, let's see if secrets are stored in this key vault. So, I shouldn't edit stuff now. Let's not. Let's see this. So, let's do it. And there. So, redacted. After executing the two previous commands, we confirm that the reader role allows us to view the key vault metadata, specifically the list of key vaults and secrets. Now, the only thing left to confirm is whether the current user can access the contents of the discovered secret with the key vault secret user role. This can be done by executing the following command. Name redacted, right, because we got that in the last one here. So there was a redacted name here, so we know this is what we need for the next one. Hints. Well, or they would just type something that wasn't correct, right? They could have. So let's just paste the command here. Oh my god, yeah. So I'll actually have to type the name. AOC 2024, right? So, where is my mind? Let's just skip down here and first do AOC 2024. And contents of the secret. So the value of the secret is this. So now let's go up and finish this, and also put the last one in the notes. And I overwrote it, so just copying it from the line there. So right. I didn't want that really, but we can do this. And list secret values. Well, let's do S, because, yeah, I noticed. There, we want a new line there, at least one. Group list, this is too obvious to comment, right? Signing user show. It's just that we do get this, like, JSON data, right? We get more than just an answer. Updated ID. So what happened to we click this, for example? Unauthorized. Request is missing a bearer pop token. As this is a URL. We could get it then if we only had the right request there. Oh. Now I almost had to see what that is. But we need to do all the rooms, right? So we want to do all the rooms. But let's see how much time do we have left. We had an hour to start with, so we have 12 minutes. Is there anything we want to play with in this? So let's actually read this then. Replace the value of the name parameter with actual secret name. Bingo, the glitch examined. As he saw, exclaimed, as he saw the output. If Skitty had confirmed her nightmare like a regular user could escalate their way into the secrets of the ground. With that, the glitch had helped Skitty to find the attack path that had been taken to escalate user privileges, and a lot had been learned in the process. The only question that remained was who had initially carried out the attack in the first place. There was a very limited set of wares who had access to this tenant, and with user visibility and with that set of permissions. Only town officials who perform governance validation on the tenant to ensure all the town's secrets are stored securely. The focus then turns to the motive. The only thing accessed was the access key stored in the key vault, which grants access to an evidence file stored elsewhere. The evidence in this file was in relation to recent cyber events this month in Wearable. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled in the following days to get to the bottom of this. So let's check. What else do we have here?